Hodges will check in for Horace Grant. So now with Will Perdue in there, he becomes the center, so they got a couple of bangers in Perdue and Neely.
Yeah, but you see, you're putting the pressure on Michael Jordan to make everything happen for you off the dribble, because Hodgson and Paxson are two guys who cannot beat you off the dribble. So Michael is up at a forward position.
Down to an 8-point game with under 5 to play in the third.
Matchup is Rodman on Hodges.
7 on the clock. Perdue. Up and under.
Beautifully executed that time because he allowed the defensive player to clear him.
Thomas gets inside. This is packed up. Sally to Rodman. Rodman scores. They played volleyball with it before they got the basket.
This guy, Dennis Rodman, is doing the job here on that defensive glass. His offensive part, he's making it happen.
Plenty of time on the clock. They find Hodges. And then he steps.
And not only that, but he just got popped. As the defensive player went by him, it looked like he was hit in the eye area. He better get back and find his man.
That's the 7th turnover by the Bulls in this third quarter, as Detroit has really tightened their defense.
See, when you're ahead, what you don't want your team to do is go wild and woolly on you and lose their focus, their concentration.
They double Thomas and a turnover to Chicago.
Now watch, there's your fake. Here comes Rodman. Let's see what he can. Yeah, he catches him right there with that left hand.
Paxson. It's a 10-point lead. Detroit had it down to 8. The Pistons have outscored Chicago 18-9 since the Bulls had their biggest lead. Dumars all day to try a three. And he's got it. And now it's 7.
See, when they trapped Dumars and the big man went to the basket, Michael Jordan went back with the big man. That's why Dumars was open.
Dumars has 12 points here in the third quarter. Perdue grabs the long board. And Bedford gets called for the foul. Will send Perdue to the line.
Bad foul. Bad foul. Why? Because it puts you in the penalty. Chicago is shooting.
Well, that's why Bedford doesn't get to play much, and defense is not his strong suit.
Well, another thing is, too, is you're asking him to step into a high-pressure game like this and deliver, but more important, play perfectly, because we're trying to critique him, which isn't fair.
As best we can.
Yeah.
Will Perdue played the fewest minutes of any rookie last year in the league. Here's Vinnie Johnson. He's been on the sideline for a long time. Has scored only 4 points, and seats, as they call him. Isaiah Thomas goes out. B.J. Armstrong in, Paxson out for Chicago. Unlikely people in crucial moments in this game. Perdue in for Chicago, Bedford for Detroit, and they've been in a while.
Well, the only regular out there for Chicago is Michael Jordan, and they must keep him on the floor with this group.
3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dumars feels he can beat B.J. Armstrong, and he does, and gets fouled inside. And a timeout called by Detroit. Fouls against Armstrong, number 3 on the rookie from Iowa.
Replay right now of one of the ways that Detroit is coming back. You know, an explosion by Dumars right to the basket. The shot goes up, and here's Rodman working from behind that glass, just keeping the ball alive until something good can happen for him. Now he is put back to himself.
That's what Detroit's done to come back. Still not shooting that well, but forcing turnovers, alert play, and work off the boards has spurred their comeback. They were down by 19 points With about 3 minutes gone by in this third period, they've outscored Chicago 21-10 since then.
It's not this thing when you're coaching a team with a lead, like Phil Jackson is, and you have a lot of young guys. You've got to try to tell them, listen, you can't let that physical defense take away your concentration. Will you please get the ball up into the areas that we want it to run the set offense?
As long as he says please.
Okay. I'll go along with that.
I was down there with you when the Pistons came out of that halftime dressing room, and they came in early, and I don't think we heard the word please too much. They did. 67-61. They've cut it down to 6 points. Pistons have really made a tremendous inroad here in this third quarter to set up the fourth, and we still have 2:45 to play here.
See where the offense is. They're way outside. There's still 10 seconds, but they're out past the 3.
And they lost it again.
Sure.
Rodman. Armstrong cuts them off. Yeah, by Jordan. What a play by Michael Jordan.
Who else coming from the balcony?
What a fantastic game. Hodges misses a 3. They might have shot too quickly, but they had the numbers in their favor. Dumars hits the 3, and it's now 67-64. Chicago, and this crowd is quieted down.
I like your point about shooting too quick. They got the long rebound. Bam, Detroit scores on it.
And a foul inside. Joe Dumars, by the way, has 22 points now in the game.
Now watch, here comes right. Now look to the left of your screen. You'll see him coming. There it is. Big shot blocked by Michael Jordan.
Sally with his 4th foul, and Jordan will go to the line. He has scored only 2 points in this third quarter.
Concentration by Detroit is that they're picking Michael up way in the backcourt, forcing him to work hard off the dribble, trapping him, and then giving up the basketball. The offense is so far out, it takes them a long time to get it up and get a halfway decent shot at them.
1 out of 2 for Jordan. Cartwright replaced Will Perdue under 2 minutes now in the third. Dumars working against B.J. Armstrong. Rebound by Grant. Jordan working against Sally, who has 4. They find Grant. No basket. And a foul on William Bedford before the shot.
Well, Chuck is looking at that saying, that's not so bad. I mean, Grant had an uncontested layup there that he put in. So, hey, he fouled the guy. Let's force him to go to the basket now and make the 2 foul shots.
William Bedford hasn't scored, doesn't have many rebounds, if any. Yet when he came in the game, Detroit really changed a little bit of their character. I like that. Lambeer is in. Bedford will go out. No numbers to show, but Bedford contributed.
Well, he gave him an excellent time. He had a major big body in there that was contested, people. Chuck was dissatisfied with James Edwards' defensive.
Hodges gets the ball after 1 free throw by Grant. Pippen, by the way, is in there playing with 4 fouls. He's back in. Time remaining in the third. Hodges with 7 on the clock. Vinnie Johnson. Shot, rebound by Lambeer.
Hey, Vinny's smart. Vinny's making Hodges because he knows that he does not want to take it all the way to the hole. So he's forcing him to shoot the long jumper.
5-point lead with under a minute to go for the Bulls in the third. Vinnie Johnson. Rodman, rebound. And it's a 3-point game. And the Pistons are coming. They may be here.
Hey, when you're playing Dennis Rodman, you better put your body in the center of his chest and block him out.
Here's Cartwright. Slapped away by Vinnie Johnson. Plenty of time on the clock. Armstrong hits from the corner. 2-point basket.
The reason why that's good for BJ is because they're attacking him and attacking him off the dribble. Whoever is playing, and Dumars now is going to take him one-on-one or put him in a pick and roll.
Differential of about seconds, and the basket by Joe Dumars. No traveling called against Joe.